because Masters players are strong. I mean, at this point in the game, Masters players are pretty legit. I remember back in like Wings of Liberty, Masters used to be complete trash, and I could like teach somebody to get Masters in like one day, just making only roaches. But nowadays it's not that easy actually. You can't just spend your money making roaches and go win. It's not that easy. That's like probably diamond these days. Maybe even like lower than diamond, honestly. Also, when I say I taught someone to get Masters in one day, he was also like a genius. So I'm not sure that's it's got like a PhD now. All right, let's go this way. Okay, he's blocking us, but it looks like he let go of his position, so I'm gonna take that one anyways. Alternatively, we could have just went for like pull first if you want like the ultra easy way to deal with this. I think that's the way to go, actually. If you're GM though, you have to kind of take this base and then do like a really difficult defense. But I think that's super unnecessary outside of GM. Even in my Zerg GM games, I just go like pull first, gas, and the Protoss usually goes like double gate or something stupid where it's like super over defending, and then you get back into like an even position even though you went pull first. Sorry for the noob question. No way, dude. This is for you guys. Give me all the noob questions. I often struggle with floating money in the mid game, and idiots how to fix that. Yeah, I mean, obviously the easy answer is to get really good injects, but there's definitely some like less obvious things you could be doing. Like for example, if you're making lots of Zerglings, that's a good way to, you know, use all of your larvae really quickly without getting the oomph of like a roach. So if you're making tons of Zerglings without having like lots of extra hatches, that's probably the reason. But yeah, it definitely could also be just your injects are not very good. Maybe look into one of my Zerg mechanics videos or inject videos and just make sure that you actually have like a good method for the injects. Because if you're doing like the slow click and grab them, inject, if you're doing it like that, then you're gonna really struggle to do all the stuff you need to do, right? What are we up to here? I actually didn't see if he made any adepts. Let me make 6 Zerglings here. That's the standard for like double adept pressure defense. Also, this map sucks, eh? I can't finish the wall. It's super annoying. Alright, I don't think he made an adept, but just to be safe since I was talking. Let's keep droning. This game we're gonna go for the 2-base roach beginner build.
Our forces are under attack.
He's got an obs here, so that's why he's able to see this. So we now know he's playing Robo. So that's actually pretty bad for our build. So what we could do is we could go Muta now, or I can just kind of commit on this, and realize, you guys should realize that it's probably bad to do that, but I don't know, it's easier, and it'll still likely work, honestly. I think we're just gonna go for it anyways, but we definitely might lose this game just because it's not ideal. Well, it depends on how crazy he goes on the immortals and stuff.
Our forces are under attack.
Also, definitely could be all-inning us, doing like an immortal all-in. We're not super worried about that though, because
Our
this build actually just kind of hard counters all-ins because we're massing units anyways, right? So it's not like that's a good setup to kill us either. This is good. I'm actually it's a great time to pause. So if he was doing an all-in and you're doing this build, I'm assuming this is the reason I get these YouTube comments like, this build is not working, this build's trash. I'm in gold and this build never works. Is if your opponent is all-inning you, and we're doing an all-in too, if you like attack into someone that's all-in, then it's pretty easy to not win the fight, right? Because you guys are both maxing on units. So, you know, if this position in the game continues and he doesn't take a third, then we're obviously not going to attack him because we're not really behind in eco, right? Like, there's no reason to attack someone who's trying to attack you. So I see that a lot as well. Pig's one base swarm host. Yeah, fucking Pig, dude. I've been getting that build on ladder like fairly often, actually. Masters players trying to troll me with one base swarm host when I play Protoss. I had a couple of people ask me for like a defense video on that, actually. Maybe I'll make it. Oh, I didn't realize this guy said go. Alright, so upgrades are pretty much done. We could push now and just see what he's up to. But since he opened Robo, I think he's gonna know we're coming. He still hasn't expanded, so we could just keep waiting here for a little bit if we want. We could also tech switch and drone up is also a possibility. I think we're gonna go for that route, actually, just to show you guys some different stuff. So I mean, he also sees us. So now that we have 16 Roach, I'm gonna go into a Muta transition, which means we're gonna need Zergling speed as well. And let's see what he's up to. I don't think we're gonna go into like, actually, let's not go Zergling, because the idea is to make it easy. And if we go Zergling, we're gonna be introducing hard macro. So what we really need to do is not fight this guy. We just need to kind of abuse him a little more tactically. Like I said, he's kind of hard countering what we're doing, right? So once we get into the Muta, we're gonna have a much better position. 61 worker.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, so he messed up. He messed up. Oops, I messed up too. Misclick. I'm gonna get into his natural. Let's kill the shield battery first. And what I'm gonna do is pull these roaches off current hockey onto another hockey. And the reason I'm doing that is because all the new roaches I make are gonna go on the other hockey. So this is like the easiest way to transition between this current group that's like was our main army, and now it's just like a side army, if that makes sense. I know that was complicated. Okay, let's start going for the mutas. I think I'm just gonna go for 5 again. We could go mass muta, I guess. But if we go mass muta, we also need to go Ling. And again, I don't really want to go Ling because I think it's a little bit too tricky. So we're just gonna go 5 and harass with those, which again, one-shots probes, so really, really powerful number. And then behind this, we're gonna start getting lots of upgrades. Forgot I had those Lings there. Oh wow, he must be scouting us because he's going Void Rays. Let's go Hydra as well. She didn't see this at all. We want to move in and kill the Immortal fast. Because that's the counter. Notice I'm using the drones as well here. Because it's kind of a important situation where we want to maintain the army lead. You guys might be afraid to do this, but it's actually really powerful to just kind of lose the drones. Because giving us this counterattack, this massive counterattack, is extremely strong. So it's not like we lost drones, it's more like we gained this counterattack. Also, we didn't lose very many drone, right? Let's kill the Stalker first. And then we're gonna go Hydra next. Hydra should counter the Immortal, should counter the Void Rays as well. And we're just gonna get as much as we can for this.
Our forces are under attack.
I'm gonna grab these again, pull them off onto a different control group, so we can have them separated from the Hydra that I'm making right now.
Our minerals are depleted.
Notice I started splitting those before he shot. That's like the best way to dodge units, is you do it before they shoot. If you're doing it like while they shoot, you're playing the game on like ultra hard difficulty for no reason.
Metamorphosis complete.
Alright, so we're at 71 worker. It's actually a little bit lower than I want. Let's get like a couple more. Let's make sure we have some defense. In case of like Adept or something, just slightly annoying. I'm not going to make too much static because at this point in the game, we're more concerned with maxing out. If you get the static too early, then you don't have a big army, so you can kind of maneuver around you. So at this point, we're only concerned about being annoyed. And the point where you would want to get a lot of static D is once you hit maxed. So at this point of the game, you can easily kind of maneuver back and forth against run bias. But when you're maxed, you can't really make any more units. And so you want to conserve your supply. And so that's when you make a lot of static. This guy left because he didn't have any workers. And he saw that he had less economy and less army. And so that's usually when you GG in StarCraft this level.